Know that we are continuing our mission to target gangs, as we believe it is our #1 public safety deterrent crisis that we're in. If you thought Fulton was a good county to bring your crime to bring your violence to, you are wrong, and you are going to suffer consequences. And today is the start of some of those consequences. We have already indicted 193 murder defendants. We will exceed 300 this year.
Atlanta is a growing city with a booming economy, nice weather, and a rich cultural scene. With so much going for it, the city is a great place to live or visit. However, you'll want to be sure to avoid unsafe areas in Atlanta. Atlanta has a higher crime rate than most major U.S. cities, but most parts of the city are relatively safe. While the city has a strong police presence downtown, some other areas may cause safety concerns. Crime varies depending on the area and neighborhood, with the most dangerous areas in Atlanta located in the southwestern part of the city. The most common crimes in Atlanta include theft, pickpocketing, and car theft. Violent crimes such as murder and assault also occur as well. Here are the most dangerous places to live in Atlanta. The most dangerous neighborhood in Atlanta is Mechanicsville.
We heard gunshots, thinking they were fireworks, so we really didn't think nothing of it. Then my daughter happened to look out the window, and she said somebody was on the porch on my steps. And then I saw a state patrol trooper pull up, so then I opened the door, and that's when I saw the young man laying face down on my porch.
It's also one of the city's oldest neighborhoods and has a population of 5,886. The violent crime rate in Mechanicsville is a whopping 2,530 per 100,000 people. Gun violence related to gang activity is common. Residents often complain of not feeling safe in this neighborhood, especially at night. Other common crimes reported are thefts, burglaries, and auto theft. Residents who live in Mechanicsville often say that police presence is inadequate, and safety codes in the neighborhood aren't adequately enforced. Another one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Atlanta is Vine City. This neighborhood, along with adjacent English Avenue, is known as the Bluff and is one of the most dangerous places to live in Atlanta.
Of local and federal agents raided an apartment complex in the northwest Atlanta neighborhood known as the Bluff. This raid is a part of a months-long investigation to target heroin dealers distributing drugs all over Georgia.
Despite revitalization efforts, this area remains violent, with a violent crime rate of 2,204 per 100,000 people and a property crime rate of 15,528 per 100,000 people. Vine City also has high poverty rates as well, with almost 50% of families living below the poverty level. English Avenue is also one of the worst neighborhoods in Atlanta due to the high local crime rate.
Showing officers have responded to at least 6 deadly shootings in the Vine City and English Avenue neighborhoods since the beginning of this year, and local leaders are now asking for more police presence to try to stop the violence.
It borders Vine City and suffers from the same issues, including soaring crime and high rates of poverty. The violent crime rate in English Avenue is 2,060 per 100,000 people. Some of the most common crimes in the neighborhood include assaults, robberies, and drug offenses. Adair Park is another dangerous Atlanta neighborhood. It has a population of 1,479 and a violent crime rate of 2,024 per 100,000, making the crime rate 138% higher than the city average.
Well, police cleared this crime scene about 30 minutes ago after investigating for about 3.5 hours here at this Exxon gas station on Metropolitan Parkway. They tell us that they got this shooting call right around 2 o'clock this morning. Let's show you some video of what that scene looked like when it was active just a few hours ago. So the Exxon gas station is where they initially responded. Police say that when they initially got here, they found a man shot to death. They believe that some sort of fight broke out, and that's what led to the gunfire, and that those involved in this all reportedly knew each other. So investigators right now.
Property crime is also high, with home invasions, car theft, and personal theft being common. Overall, residents have a 1 in 36 chance of becoming the victim of any type of crime in this neighborhood. Located in southwestern Atlanta, Oakland City is the most dangerous neighborhood in Atlanta. Oakland City has a violent crime rate of 1,246 per 100,000 people out of a population of 6,350, making the overall crime rate 290% higher than the national average.
This morning, the Homicide Investigation Unit here, a number of police officers here. Police are telling us the shooting happened inside that building, inside that stairwell right there. Again, happening right around 12:45 this morning. When police got here, they say that they discovered 3 young people on the scene, 2 13-year-olds and a 12-year-old. Now, one of the 13-year-olds found dead here at the scene.
Oakland City has many issues stemming from poverty, with the average income being $22,857. Oakland City is located along the Atlanta Beltline bordering other dangerous cities such as West and Adair Park. Sweet Orban is another one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Atlanta. Located directly east of downtown Atlanta, Sweet Orban is a historic neighborhood known for its trendy bars, restaurants, museums, and street art. It's also home to several neighborhood parks, including the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Park, which is the birthplace of the famous civil rights leader. However, its proximity to downtown Atlanta also brings a high crime rate. The total crime rate in Sweet Orban is 6,639 crimes per 100,000 people, which is 44% higher than the rest of Atlanta and 186% higher than the national average.
Grab at a local boutique, and we got these new pictures showing the latest break-in at a place that keeps on getting hit. And Channel 2's Courtney Francisco is live at this clothing boutique right there, where the owner says thieves have broken in, Courtney, I hate to say it, 5 times this year.
And she says the latest happened Monday morning. She thinks that thieves are reselling the clothes here. We took a walk down this strip, talked to store, and the workers tell us thieves have broken into their cars this year, too.
The violent crime rate is 262% higher than the rest of the U.S., while property crime is 171% higher. Sweet Orban is more dangerous than 98% of cities in Georgia, and your odds of being the victim of a crime are 1 in 16. Another one of the most dangerous places to live in Atlanta is Lakewood Heights. Located in southeastern Atlanta, Lakewood Heights has a violent crime rate of 994 per 100,000 people, making it one of the most dangerous in Atlanta. Violent crime remains a problem in this neighborhood. Residents often complain of hearing gunshots.
One South Atlanta neighborhood say they are fed up with crime. They want to see change, and they're putting in the work to make it happen.
Despite concerns over crime, Lakewood is home to many of Atlanta's television and film production studios. One of Atlanta's best-known studios, the EUE Screen Gems Soundstage, was opened there in 2010. 5 Points is also a dangerous neighborhood in Atlanta. The busy commercial district is home to the sprawling Underground Atlanta, a popular shopping and entertainment complex in the heart of downtown. It's also known for its edgy street art, vintage shops and plethora of eateries. The high amount of foot traffic makes 5 Points one of the more dangerous Atlanta neighborhoods. The total crime rate is 5,941 crimes per 100,000 residents, which is 29% higher than the rest of Atlanta and 156% higher than the rest of the U.S.
About why a MARTA police officer shot a man at the 5 Point station this morning. Police say it all started when a man reportedly stabbed 2 people and then the police officer. 11 Alive's Joe Ripley live outside of that 5 Point station. So, Joe, you're there. Can you paint a picture for us? What does the scene look like right now?
The violent crime rate is 194% higher than the rest of the U.S., while the property crime rate is 148% higher. Located near central Atlanta, Center Hill has a population of 5,471, a violent crime rate of 1,048, and a property crime rate of 3,720 per 100,000 people. Gun violence occasionally occurs in Center Hills, and other violent crimes, such as assaults, are common. Property crimes like home invasions and car thefts make up the bulk of property crimes. Center Hill is considered a low-income neighborhood with little access to basic amenities or employment. Crime overall is 24% higher than the national average, and residents have a 1 in 36 chance of being the victim of any type of crime. Another dangerous Atlanta neighborhood is the West End, which is one of the city's oldest and most historic neighborhoods, being listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The violent crime rate in West End is 22% higher than the national average.
That's right, and detectives said they're not looking for any shooters right now because everyone involved in this case died. I want to show you out here tonight. People have left candles lining the sidewalks where this happened.
And the property crime rate is 54% higher than the national average. Despite high crime rates, much of this neighborhood is being gentrified and undergoing renovation efforts.